So it's that time of the week again where Eddie Howe has spoken to the media ahead of the game against Brighton tomorrow at the Amex. Of course, with a 3 p.m. kickoff, and you can listen to live commentary of the game with myself tomorrow. The show starting at 2:30 with the build-up, and then from 3 o'clock, live commentary on the game with myself. Now, Eddie Howe spoke about Jonjo Shelvey straight away, and he said it was quite a complex injury. We had a number of scans and options. He's had an operation, and we expect him to be out around 12 weeks. He was very disappointed, a real shame for him and for us, but he's on the road to recovery. So, the initial assessment, of course, was for Jonjo to be out 2 to 4 weeks. That was being, completely evaporated now with him being out for 12 weeks. It's a massive blow to Jonjo and, of course, like Eddie Howe says, the club themselves, because like him or not, he is an important player for Newcastle United, certainly in the midfield role. But the way the season has started, and certainly the players that we're looking at bringing in, just maybe, we might get away with it. Now, he is set to be named in the 25-man squad. Now, I know they can rename the squad in January, so people are quite rightly questioning, why not free up a space? If he's going to be out for 4 months, then or 3 or 4 months, then leave him out of the squad and let him recover till January, put him back in the squad then. But it seems like he's going to be named in the original 25-man squad. Now, on skipper Jamal Lascelles, he says Jamal is okay. He missed the early part of training this week, but came back towards the end, so we anticipate that he'll be fit. Now, Jamal Lascelles won't get in the starting 11. We know that for a fact. I mean, Byrne and Cher are probably going to start the game at Brighton again, as they did against Forest, with Botman being on the bench again. And again, Eddie Howe slowly integrating him into Premier League football. Now, for me, I just want Botman in the side. From what we've seen in pre-season, he's so accomplished. He looks brilliant on both feet. And I think it's just a matter of time before Sven Botman does get the opportunity to come into the side. And I don't think he'll be out of it from then on, to be honest. But Lascelles looks like he's going to be fit. Now, on Jamal Lewis and Federico Fernandez, two of the forgotten men, really, in the Newcastle United squad, it has to be said. He says Jamal has done a couple of days, which is great to see. He looked good. Fed, again, has done a couple of days. We gently reintroduced him. Very keen to see him consistently train with us. He's a top player. So, again, Eddie Howe has said this for a long period of time now about Federico Fernandez, saying that he's a very, very talented player, great around the dressing room, etc., but we've never seen him play. He had that one appearance against Norwich last season, and that's the last we've seen of him. Now, where he's going to get into the side, I have no idea. He was, without a doubt, one of our best defenders last season and didn't get a game. We know how good he is, but when you look at who's in front of him now, you've got Dan Byrne, you've got Cher, you've got Botman, and possibly even Jamal Lascelles ahead of him. So where he's going to get Federico Fernandez into the side is just, mind-boggling, really. I don't know. Now, on Emil Kraft, he says there wasn't really an injury. It was more just tightness. He's had 2 scans, and they've come back clear. I don't think there's an injury, but maybe a problem that's stopping him getting to full speed. Hopefully, that'll be very short term. So, obviously Emil Kraft is a big part to play this season. He is sort of second in line to, obviously, Kieran Trippier, but he finished the season so well last year. When Trippier was injured, he came into the side and never looked back. He had a fantastic end to last season, really, really improved under Eddie Howe, which is great to see. But obviously, something's just stopping him getting back to full speed. Now, on Brighton themselves, he says they're a very unique team. When you play them, you have a huge challenge on your hands. Tactically, I think they're excellent. I think Graham Potter has done an amazing job. This is a big challenge for us, and we need to respond to it. So again, not too much bigging up, obviously saying that tactically they're excellent, which they are. We saw that against Manchester United last week. You'd have to be blind not to see that they're very tactically astute, a very, very good side, and very dangerous side. Graham Potter's got them playing some brilliant football, and they are a danger. So we need to go out there and play our own game, as we know, and I'm sure Eddie will have the lads absolutely buzzing for the game because, again, there'll be a big fan turnout, and the support is incredible. Now, on incomings, I'm sorry to keep giving you the same answers, said Eddie, but no. We're no closer currently. I hope the next week or so things might be different, but nothing yet. I would be reluctant to let anyone go before we have anyone in currently. So again, nothing happening, certainly today on the transfer front. There is somebody linked, which I'll come on to at the end of the video, but again, no incomings before tomorrow. Obviously, it would be too soon. You know, the lads will be heading down to Brighton anyway, so transfers on today are pretty scarce. But next week, hopefully, we'll get some more news because, of course, the transfer window, it is slowly ticking away now. You know, we're 12th of August today, not too long to go. So Newcastle will want to get their business done and get onto these players that they've been linked with. But so far, nothing else to bring. Now, also, he says, I spoke to the players this week about the club's past, about Kevin Keegan, to try and show them what the club has been. It's vital the players understand the club they're playing for. You don't want to live in the past, but use it to inspire a new future. Now, I think this is absolutely fantastic. You know, our manager sitting there giving the players sort of videos and information about how the club was under Kevin Keegan. You know, the brilliant performances that we saw, the challenging for the league. It was playing in Europe, all of that kind of thing. And it's great that Eddie Howe is installing the history of the club into these players so they know just what they're playing for when they pull on that black and white shirt. It's incredible. And you have to say hats off to Eddie for doing that, making the players aware of the magnificent team that they're playing for. You know, this is a club that can really go places. Keegan almost achieved it. Bobby Robson had a wonderful time, but it's fell away since then, of course, and we know it has for various different reasons. But now it's on the up again and an opportunity to become absolute legends at this football club. It's clear. And that's what Eddie Howe wants. And he said, as soon as the final whistle went against Forest, my mind moved on to the next game. Getting a win early was huge, but we want to back it up and win again. So again, you know, there's no doubt in my mind that Eddie Howe will be going to Brighton and thinking, right, another 3 points. That's what I want. We have to go for it. And there's no reason why we can't get it. We play our normal game, and I think we'll be okay. Eddie really believes in this side. And, of course, he's always said all along that he goes out for every game to try and win. He doesn't try and get a point. You know, it's pointless. He's got a very, very strong attitude to going out there and actually playing for 3 points, as football is supposed to be played. Instead of going on these away games, parking the bus, things like that, we go to win, which is a completely different mindset to what we as fans have been used to in the past. It really is. Now, finally, on Dan Burn, he says it'll be a huge day for him going back there. He has been brilliant for us. He's never had it easy in the game and had to graft where he's up to. He's calm, a great presence around the dressing room, and the lads really look up to him. Well, yeah, obviously they're going to look up to him, being the size he is, but obviously look up to him as a player and what he's been through in the past to achieve what he has in the game already. And I think Eddie Howe is a very, very big fan of Dan Burn. From what I gather, the Brighton fans still hold him very highly. He got a great reception from the visiting fans when Brighton came up to St James's last season. And, of course, Chloe on the match preview, the Brighton fan last night, said that, you know, he'll get a good reception because they still love him down there, which is great. And they understand why he left to go to Newcastle. You know, your boyhood team who you supported as a boy. It's brilliant. It is. So that was what Eddie Howe had to say in the press conference today. Now, that little bit of transfer news, Newcastle could make a move for Danish giant and Sturm Graz striker Rasmus Haaland. Now, this guy is a big talent. He's only 19 years old, and he's somebody that could really, really do a job for Newcastle United. He is a quality player. 10 goals and 3 assists in only 18 games, and that includes this season. He's actually scored 5 goals in 6 games. He is on fire at the moment. And yeah, you can say, oh, Sturm Graz, but hey, decent side Sturm Graz, decent league they're playing, and anybody that scores 5 goals in 6 games, and certainly 10 goals and 3 assists in 18 games, is somebody worth looking at. And he's 6'4". He causes all sorts of problems. So, you know, we're linked with him this morning, and you know, as we've been linked with, you know, loads of players. So it's not, you know, fact that he's going to come in, but it's interesting that we keep looking at these players, and certainly in the right positions as well. Now, he's only rated at £4 million at the minute, so it would be an absolute bargain for me. Somebody that cheap, getting a player of that ability in, it's going to be absolutely brilliant. But there you go, guys. That is Eddie Howe's press conference reaction and a little bit of transfer news. Obviously, there's going to be no other transfer news today. Let me know in the comments, as usual, what you think of what Eddie had to say. And, of course, Rasmus Haaland, have you heard much about him? Or Does a player like that excite you who's got such a good record in recent times as well? Let me know in the comments below. But if you have enjoyed the video, guys, as usual, please do hit that like button and let YouTube know that something good is happening on the channel. And, of course, if you're new and you like what you see, like so many others have lately, please do hit that subscribe button. It is free to do so. And, of course, the notification bell, which will let you know when we upload or we go live. But in the meantime, guys, enjoy the day, and we'll see you for TTR Friday to start your weekend off with a great laugh. And we'll see you then. Take care, guys.